USA Basketball has owned women's international competition for decades. Nobody comes close, but a 7'5" Chinese phenom just made her official Senior FIBA debut, dunking over professional defenders like they were not there, and creating an unsolvable physical equation that actually scares Team USA. Zhang Ziyu stands a full 12 inches taller than A'ja Wilson, and the only answer to this monster in the paint might not come from the paint at all. Zhang Ziyu's arrival on the Senior FIBA stage didn't just live up to the hype, it shattered every expectation in the building. On June 13, 2025, in Linyi, Shandong, Team China faced Japan at the Women's Asia Cup. Zhang, officially listed at 7 feet 5 inches, checked in for her first minutes as a full-fledged member of the national team. The box score tells a story that is impossible to ignore. 3 minutes, 1 rebound, 1 block, and a perfect field goal, her first shot as a senior pro. But the numbers barely scratched the surface of what actually happened. Midway through the second quarter, Zhang caught the ball on the block, pivoted, and exploded upward. She did not just lay it in, she threw down a two-handed dunk, the kind of finish no one expects to see in women's international basketball. The play-by-play log stamps it at 13:04 in the second quarter. The rim bent, the defenders scattered. In that instant, the entire arena realized something had changed. A teenager, a full foot taller than almost any opponent, dunking in live FIBA competition. Coaches on the sidelines stared in disbelief. Commentators struggled to find words. The official FIBA highlight reel replayed the dunk on loop, cementing the moment as a warning to the rest of the world. Zhang Ziyu was no longer a rumor or a viral clip. She was a living, breathing 7'5" problem, and she had just announced herself on the biggest stage possible. Numbers do not lie. Zhang Ziyu stands at a verified 7 feet 5 inches, 2.26 meters by Chinese domestic measurement, and 2.20 meters without shoes on the FIBA roster. Her wingspan stretches a staggering 2.45 meters, nearly 8 feet. Her standing reach is measured at 2.95 meters, or just under 9 feet 8 inches. These are not exaggerations or mythical stats. These are the official figures, stamped on FIBA and WCBA documents, double-checked by league officials and international scouts. Now put that next to Team USA's supposed answer in the paint, A'ja Wilson. Wilson is a dominant force by every normal standard, but her official height is 6 feet 5 inches, or 1.96 meters. Her wingspan is measured at 2.13 meters, about 7 feet. Her standing reach, 2.45 meters, does not even reach the bottom of the backboard when Zhang is already at the rim. The gap is not just a few inches. It is a full foot of height, a 1.5 feet of reach, and a wingspan advantage that would make NBA scouts double-take. On paper, the difference is a chasm. Zhang's fingertips, standing flat-footed, are already above the rim. Wilson, for all her skill and athleticism, is battling an opponent who can dunk without jumping. That is not just a mismatch. It is a mathematical nightmare for any coach drawing up a defensive scheme. No amount of hustle or positioning can erase the fact that Zhang is an unsolvable physical equation in the paint, a player whose sheer size turns every rebound, every post-up, every shot contest into a one-sided affair. The numbers force one question: how does Team USA even begin to counter a freak of nature like this? When Team USA runs into a player like Zhang Ziyu, the system doesn't just bend, it snaps. The warning signs have already flashed in international play. 3 distinct breakdowns keep surfacing whenever the Americans face a true giant in the paint. Each one is a red flag, and together they spell disaster against someone with a 7'5" wingspan shadowing the rim. First comes the perimeter collapse. Against taller frontcourts, Team USA guards and wings are forced to sag in, desperate to help on the boards. That leaves shooters wide open. In the 2026 qualifying match against Spain, the U.S. perimeter defense was shredded as help defenders pinched down, surrendering a barrage of uncontested threes. The box score shows Spain hitting 11 triples, most coming after the defense collapsed to contain a post entry. It's a chain reaction, one towering presence in the paint, and suddenly the entire defensive structure is compromised. Second, the rebounds surge. When the opposition's center stands nearly a foot taller, the numbers tilt fast. In that same Spain game, Team USA gave up 45 defensive rebounds while only grabbing 38 on offense. Every missed shot became a scramble, with USA's bigs boxed out by longer, heavier opponents. The usual edge in hustle and timing gets erased by pure reach. Coaches call it a rebound deficit, but on the floor it feels like a lost cause, second chance points piling up, momentum slipping away. Third, the clock bleeds out. Whenever the US tries to attack inside, the shot clock ticks down as entry passes get denied or swatted away. Offensive sets stall, and the ball swings around the arc, looking for a gap that never opens. In the 2026 qualifiers, possessions ended in rushed, low-percentage jumpers as the paint closed up. The head coach Nate Tibbetts did not mince words after the game. We have to improve our rebounding and interior defense against bigger opponents. Each of these failure modes, perimeter collapse, rebound surge, and shot clock pressure, stems from the same root cause, a size gap that can't be bridged by effort alone. Against a 7'5" monster who can dunk without jumping, Team USA's old playbook falls apart. The system cracks, and there is no easy fix waiting on the bench. No one is truly unstoppable, not even a 7'5" phenom. The numbers from Zhang Ziyu's first season in the WCBA offer a reality check for anyone expecting total domination every time she steps on the floor. Through her first 12 games with Shandong 6 Stars, Zhang averaged 15.6 points, 5.6 rebounds, and 1.2 blocks per game. Her scoring comes efficiently, but not at the video game levels you might expect from someone with her physical advantage. The stat sheets show a player who can alter every shot in the paint, but not one who grabs every rebound or scores at will against veteran pros. Mobility is the next question mark. While Zhang towers over every opponent, the league has not released official combine numbers for her lateral speed or shuttle runs. There is no public data confirming a 6.8-second shuttle, and coaches are careful with their words. What is clear is that her size lets her cover ground with fewer steps, but she is still learning to guard quicker forwards and keep up with pace and space offenses. The Chinese national team staff have said openly that the WCBA is where Zhang is learning to control her body, avoid cheap fouls, and keep herself on the floor. Without detailed foul rate statistics, all that is certain is that she is not immune to picking up whistles when forced to defend on the move. Even with these limits, Zhang's impact is undeniable. She has already dunked in professional games, including a highlight at the WCBA All-Star Weekend that made international headlines. But the film also shows moments where she's late on a rotation or boxed out by a more experienced post. The gap between her ceiling and her current production leaves room for hope and for doubt. Team USA's coaches and scouts will see both sides, a freak of nature who can break the old playbook, and a teenager still learning how to survive against elite competition. The threat is real, but it is not absolute. The question is whether anyone can find a way to survive it when it matters most. Caitlin Clark doesn't just stretch defenses, she warps them. In the 2026 World Cup qualifier against New Zealand, Clark took a live dribble, stepped back, and let it fly from 35 feet out. The ball barely brushed the net. The play-by-play clock read 3 minutes 12 seconds in the third quarter. That shot wasn't a fluke or a heat check. It was a deliberate answer to a clogged paint and a towering rim protector. Analytics from the qualifier series show Clark hit 33% of her attempts from beyond 30 feet, a number that forces even the most stubborn bigs to leave their comfort zone. Defenses that camped under the rim against Zhang Ziyu suddenly had to scramble out to the logo, opening driving lanes and breaking the old interior stalemate. Clark's range isn't just a highlight, it's a weapon that changes the geometry of the court. For Team USA, it's the only tool that puts a 7'5" monster on her heels. Coaches across the world have spent hours in film rooms searching for answers, but against a 7'5" paint monster, every plan feels like a gamble. The first card on the table is the stretch pick and roll. By pulling Zhang out of the lane, Team USA's guards can force her to defend in space, where her size becomes a double-edged sword. If she hesitates, shooters like Clark and Plum can launch from deep. If she steps out, the rim is left unguarded, opening backdoor cuts and quick slips to the basket. The second lever is tempo. USA's best shot at neutralizing a giant is to run her off the floor, pushing the pace, sprinting after rebounds, and forcing transition possessions can wear down even the most imposing center. Zhang's minutes are still limited. Make her chase, and the advantage starts to fade. The third tool is creative fronting and weak side help. By denying the entry pass and sending a second defender from the blind side, USA can disrupt the lob and force turnovers. It is a risky play. One mistake and Zhang is dunking again, but it is better than letting her post up uncontested. Each tactic comes with its own risk, and none guarantee safety. The playbook is on the table, but the margin for error is razor thin when a freak of nature is waiting at the rim. Right now, Team USA stares down a 7'5" monster who just dunked over pros on her Senior FIBA debut, while Aja Wilson stands a full foot shorter. Old-school post play can't solve this equation. Only perimeter flamethrowers like Caitlin Clark's 35-foot range hold the key. The panic is real.